Rise from your grave.
Hello gamers and welcome back to another episode of Game Grave. A very long overdue episode of Game Grave. Not because of what we're covering today, but more because of how long it's taken me to do another one of these. So, how long has it been? Just over a year since I've done a Game Grave episode, and I have no excuse for that really, right? It's been a very, very long time. The very last video that I did was actually for the Legend of Zelda, playable in a web browser. I believe it was the cool 3D thing that was going on in the web browser, but it has been a long time since I did an episode. For anybody wondering where these have been, I just haven't been playing a lot of retro games over the past year. I've been really focusing on newer games, playing a lot of Quake, and I have another series that I've been working on since then called GGRC, where I've been, giving my thoughts and doing some news and stuff on all contemporary game industry stuff. So definitely check that out if you get the chance. But today we are covering something even more interesting, I think. The guys who bring you Dizzy, the Oliver Twins. This is a series that I am not super familiar with because I guess this was very UK based. And so Dizzy as a character, I'm not very familiar with him. I remember seeing him in random places growing up and seeing this egg-shaped hero here and there. But regardless, the history of this game is, I think, reason enough to check out this video here. I guess this is supposedly called Mystery World Dizzy, or Dizzy's Mystery World, something to that effect. And this was supposed to be the third Dizzy game that was coming out on the NES, and for some odd reason it never actually came out. So what we're going to do is check it out today. So let's see here. So on screen you can see it's a very simple title screen. It just says Dizzy. Doesn't even say Mystery World, doesn't say Dizzy 3, nothing. Just Dizzy. And what I found interesting is that you can pick, between all the different languages here, which I found very cool. You could pick different game regions, so between PAL and NTSC, which is, here in North America. And then what I find the most interesting, though, is that between game modes, you can actually pick between Classic and Casual. We're going to check out Classic first, and then I think we're going to check out Casual after this, just to get an idea between what the difference is between the two here. So let's jump into Classic first. Now, I have played ahead already, and I gotta love the real voice that they use there for Dizzy. Always love that in NES games. But they give you sort of a track mode here, and you can actually see, oh, you finally get a title, Mystery World Dizzy. And it gives you some credits and whatnot, too. Codemasters. Shout out to Codemasters, by the way. So you hit start here, and I have played this a little bit already just to get an idea of what Dizzy is all about. So in this one, Dizzy is sort of thrown into this castle, and you have to use items to get yourself around. So the main objective, for what I could tell, is you have a 100 at the bottom where it says the castle dungeon. You can see 100 in the middle. Every time you collect a star, like I'm about to do here, that total ticks down. So we're at 99 now. We run over here. Okay, we got a fire we got to deal with, and we got a troll. Now, what you have to do is you have to actually grab these items, and you'll see that they show up down there in the bottom. So we got our jug of water, we picked up an apple, and we have to talk to this person behind the door. Please let me out. I'd like to, but if the king found out, he'd torture me. Well, that's not good. Would you like any water? No. My shifts are short, and I think you may be in need of that water, says the troll. So we sit down. The apple, you give the apple to the troll. For me, you're so generous. I won't look if you want to escape out the fireplace using the jug of water. So he gives you a little clue there as to what you're supposed to do with the items. Pick up the bread, because we're going to need that next. So we set down the jug of water right there. We get some points. We throw the jug of water onto the fire, which is interesting. Obviously, it's an NES game, but we just sort of set the jug there, and that's good enough, right? But here we go. Let's collect some more stars. Bring our total down to 97. Dizzy's got an interesting move here. He moves back and forth, quite normally. But when you jump, if you jump while moving, if you drop from a certain amount, he'll actually keep rolling, which can be pretty annoying because he might run into an enemy. All right, over here, when you go into this water, it's going to remind you, hey, Dizzy can't breathe underwater, so you got to keep jumping to keep him from actually passing or perishing. But it's interesting because you can't see him in the water. The first time I jumped in the water, I thought I died, but you're still able to actually move around, which is pretty interesting. So we're going to pick up this jug of water here because we are going to need that again coming up. Now, I haven't done everything in this game. I've just gotten far enough to know what I need to do next. And I've collected a few more stars. I think I got my total down to 80-something. What we want to do here, set the bread down. And this little rat's going to keep moving. You do not want to touch this rat. That rat will kill Dizzy. Eat the bread. So he ate the stale bread, and there he goes. And that brings us down to 95. And we can kind of jump up here and see, oh, there's stuff. There's stuff to do up here. Jump to the side. Let's grab another star. Whoop. We'll grab that in a second. Here we go. The screen changes, though quick, are a little jarring, aren't they? So I thought that this was actually really interesting, the way they were building this. Again, I don't know how the original Dizzy games are, if they're actually like this. But I love this idea that Dizzy is running around in a platformer, collecting items and using them in sort of like a story mode RPG type of way. I think that's pretty damn clever. Looks like the jug of water does not work on the fire right here. I guess it's because we already used the jug of water, correct? So I guess it's empty. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Grab this star, grab this key. Now I have not figured out what the key does yet. And again, we do not want to touch the rat or the spider coming down. It's bad news. Sets the key down. I check all of these doors just to make sure, because you never know if there's someone behind there just trying to get out. Oh, here we are. We can get out of here, right? As long as we can find a way to open that door. Which I know how to open that door. Oh, we gotta pop up again. There we go. So we got this lever. Excellent, I can hear something moving. And what moved, you ask? Well, the gate, of course. Look, now we can get out of here. We can escape, right? Or so you thought. Now there's this blue flower here, and there's another blue flower over by the alligator that's something we saw when we first got up from the first area. I'm not sure how to make those grow, if we gotta make them grow. I'm actually not even really sure what we gotta do with them. So I got a key. I gave the troll an apple, but do we need to knock the troll out so we can get our friend out of there? I'm not sure. Jump over to this side. There we go. Grab that star. Okay. Now, because I'm not familiar with Dizzy, I don't even know who this character is. It kind of just looks like Pac-Man, doesn't it? But you collect it, and there you go, you collected. You collected them, I guess you should say. I'm not sure what that actually does, but interesting nonetheless. Now, something else interesting to mention about this game going forward is that if this is the type of game you're watching going, man, I would have loved to play this on the original NES, it sounds like you're actually going to have your chance because the Oliver twins are actually going to do a Kickstarter, and they're going to release the game on NES cards that you're going to be able to purchase, which I think is pretty cool. And from what I've also read, they're going to make it so that the proceeds from Kickstarter go to a charity. There we go. Down to 74. It's my best score so far. So definitely keep a lookout for that. I might even chat about it on my channel once that happens, because that is not only a pretty noble thing to do, but actually a pretty damn cool thing to release, you know, more NES carts. There he goes. He goes rolling. See that? You jump from a certain height. There's nothing you could do. Alright, we got a bucket. We got some meat. Now, this is about as far as I got last time when I was playing. Let's run back. And I have this hankering. I got this feeling that we got to use the meat with the alligator. I don't know if that's actually true, but let's find out. I think he's going to drop the key first. Okay. Oh, I probably got to drop... Ooh! Oh no, that kills me. Okay, so touching that water kills you. Fell into the deadly water. That's unfortunate. So just wait for the alligator to circle back and then he'll eat the meat? Does he not eat the meat? I really do not want to jump on that guy because I feel like he's going to eat me. But who knows if that's actually true. Okay. Whoops. Fell down again. But I guess it's all for the better because I really want this to be a quick video. I would like you guys out there to enjoy this game. I'm only 73 stars in, so it would suggest that there is a lot more to this game. I don't know that the game is actually finished or that, you know, there's actually a way to obtain all of the stars that it says there are available. But I would like for everybody to sort of find that out for themselves. I just wanted to give you a taste of what to find in this game. I think it's pretty fun. I think this is a really cool thing that you can actually download for free. If you're interested in checking this out, you can actually download this ROM for free from the Oliver Twins website, and I will provide that link in the description if you haven't found it already. They also have it playable on the website too, so if you want to play it in your browser, that is an option. Oh no, I rolled right into the fire! We'll use up all our lives here, and we'll go back to the start. Oh, don't roll the fire again! I did the exact same thing. See, he keeps doing that dumb roll. I'm not used to that. It's got that old janky NES feel to it where you really got to take your time doing things. So if you talk to this guy, he'll actually drop a whip for you, which I don't know what the whip is for, but that... Oh, I thought that rat was going to touch me. So there's the whip. Oh, but I can't actually grab it, can I? There we go. Okay, nothing at that door, so we'll just come back in a bit. There we go. I bet that bucket of water is what I gotta throw on that fire. Maybe we'll do that if I'm still living. But yeah, we'll play through my lives here. Once I die again, we're gonna check out casual mode just so I can see what that's all about. I almost find it hard to believe that they would have had a casual mode. There's a whip for that, but I don't know if that's going to do anything at all. Yeah, nothing. I'm not really sure what to do next, but that's okay. I'll leave it to figuring out later. But it's interesting, if the casual mode was going to be in the original NES game, I feel like that's a lot of foresight on the Oliver Twins part. Oh, I fell right in the water. I was trying to jump on the alligator just for the coup de grace here, just to see what would happen. And let's give us a little reset here. And let's check out... There we go, casual mode. Let's give it a shot, see what it's all about. Dizzy! So what makes this casual mode? But yeah, that's really cool. You know, if casual mode had always been in the game from back then, casual mode seems like it's a kind of a new thing. Almost seems like that's what you know, Nintendo and other companies of late have been doing with their games, which is really cool in my opinion. Gives everybody a chance to play through games if they're not that good at them, you know. Let's see just how casual this game actually is. Yep, Dizzy. Warning, Dizzy can't breathe underwater. I'm trying to... There we go. I always forget you gotta hit the button to bring those dialogue boxes down. So he can still drown. So that's still a thing. Set the bread out for the rat here. Come on, rat. There we go. Rat's happy. Alright, so casual mode, can I die? Yeah, you can totally die. Oh, it looks like casual mode, you get 1 extra life, maybe? Is that it? Is that what makes it casual? That I get a 1 extra? Really, if it's that casual, they should make it like infinity lives, right? Maybe collect less stars? I don't know. But so far, the game seems identical. I don't see much of a difference. Wait for the spider here. Grab this one. Still blocked in? Yep, still blocked in. Hit the old lever. Alright, so that looks like that's what's happening. So, for those of you watching, you know, if you end up wanting to play through this game, but you want maybe an extra try, try it on casual, because you're going to get extra life out of it. Really strange, though, that casual is just like, hey, you can you could just get an extra life. We're going to put that to the test here in a second, though. I want to see how many lives you actually are going to get. The poisonous spider kills Dizzy. I like that each kill does give you a... Oh, maybe it is infinity lives. Is that what it is? Because I think it said 4 lives left again. Nope, 3 lives left. It did say 4 before, right? Maybe after collecting so many stars, you get another life? Oh, geez, that jump is just not working for me here. Come on, Dizzy. Come on. There we go. But yeah, there you go, everybody. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you there. I think that this is a really cool piece of, you know, NES past that, you know, it just goes to show that no matter how complete anybody's NES collection is, there's still games out there that were never released, still games that exist, that are part of gaming's history that, ooh, Dizzy's dizzy. You know, games that you're just not going to find out about until people uncover them. And finally release them in some way so that everybody can check them out. But tell you what, let's try to do one more thing here. Let's try to use the bucket of water on the fire over here, see if I was correct or not. Oh, don't follow the fire! Oh, Dizzy. Dizzy. Killing me here. Nope, the bucket did not work. Okay. Well, that was the last thing I wanted to try. Well, as I said, everybody, thank you for watching. That is Mystery World Dizzy, and I will hopefully see you a lot sooner next time on the Game Grave. And don't forget to check out the other shows I have on my channel. I have GGRC, where I cover contemporary games, and I have the Quake Grave, where I play through all kinds of old Quake maps. Enjoy!